it is way more than just to live this illusion of American dream. The financial security sometimes is not everything what we have in our life. And it was a very rough time for me. That moment I decided to rebuild my life, to start it from scratch and align to that true calling what we all have. And I decided to step into that calling. And that was the moment when I said, yes, I'm ready.
Hello, welcome to Healing Millions. Oh my God, today I have an absolute honor of welcoming a truly legendary guest to the show, Coach Eve Csakvary. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me here. How are you? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever you're tuning in. How is your Tuesday, everyone?
Hello. So thank you so much for being on my show. For everybody who doesn't know you, I just want to introduce you briefly to the audience. Coach Eve is a woman who doesn't just talk about change, she inspires, embodies it, and leads it. Coach Eve is a powerful force of transformation, a trained clinical hypnotherapist, a transformational coach, and the founder of the Open Hands Institute. Throughout her groundbreaking work in healing, mindset, reprogramming, and personal growth, she empowers entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and everyday visionaries to break free from limitations and step fully into their divine potential. Coach Eve, I'm so excited you're here. I have known you for some time now, like for more than a year, I would say, and you truly inspire. You're always positive. You bring so much fun to the work and you enjoy every single moment of your life. But just few years ago, that wasn't the case. You were stuck in the situation. You had your American dream. You thought you had everything what you were supposed to have, but you were not happy. So, can you take us back to the pivotal moment when you decided to create a life for yourself and your daughter? And what gave you courage to leave that American dream and create a completely new life?
Thank you. Wow, that's a very deep question. I'm happy to answer that. That was probably the hardest time in my life to decide to leave the American dream behind because I used to gosh, I think it was 1997 or 1998, something like that, when I decided, young, full with energy, to really try and make my American dream. And I left Hungary and I relocated to Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City, and it was wonderful. I created a very good stability, security for myself, and I worked. At Goldman Sachs and Chicago Board of Trade financial institutes. And that gave me security. That really gave me the American dream. And when I realized my first marriage wasn't going the right way, and I had my daughter, back then my daughter was 3 months old, we're going now, jumping to 2008, I decided I deserve more. I decided the safety and the happiness for my daughter and for myself, it is way more than just to live this illusion of American dream. The financial security sometimes is not everything what we have in our life. And it was a very rough time for me. And, 2008 was tough for everyone in the US. We had the financial crisis. And that moment I decided to rebuild my life, to start it from scratch and align to that true calling what we all have. And I decided to step into that calling. And that was the moment when I said, yes, I'm ready.
So, do I hear this correctly? Uh, you had this aha moment when your daughter was young, like three
Yes.
months old, and your daughter was the inspiration for the change.
Yes.
Okay. And now you help people change their lives and find something they truly love and enjoy doing.
Yes.
You specialize in transformational coaching, clinical hypnotherapy, and mindset reprogramming. For someone who is feeling stuck right now, what is the first step you would recommend they take to begin shifting their life?
Very good question. Thank you for asking, Nina. First, and the number one step, what you have to do, and I recommend you to do, is to be ready and wanting the change. And that feeling has to come from deep inside within. And the coaches, therapist only can help you to guide you to the path, what you need to step on, but the steps has to be done by you. What you need to do is to get rid of the old habitual things what doesn't serve you anymore. This could be personal, this could be traditional, this could be generational, this could be habits from religion, or all sorts of things what doesn't serve your highest purpose. um, Day by day you have to change the habits, you have to set a new habit and kind of like make that switch, uh, and continuously doing it. So every day I have a transformational workshop for 3 days where I'm teaching how you can implement this technique. And also I have a 21-day ebook for yourself to really guide you through step by step, because it takes 21 days to have that paradigm change, to really have that activation in your brain, to continuously repeatedly doing the change what needs to be done on a daily basis. It's an ongoing, never-ending activity, and it has to be done by you. Nobody
Yeah.
can do it for you.
You mentioned something very important. It starts with a choice and choosing differently.
Yes.
And when it comes to change, mindset is everything. And yet, so many people struggle with deeply integrated, like limiting beliefs.
Mm.
How do you help your clients gently but powerfully reframe those beliefs and step into resilience and self empowerment?
Thank you, Nina. Very great question again. You're just like, full of surprises today. Through my clinical hypnotherapy techniques, I use many modalities, but one of them to really break free and really help you with your limited beliefs is to see the cause and see the root of the problem. And how we do that, we going and have a really, it's called regression or timeline therapy, where we going and actually revisit that problem, that particular time, that particular scenario in your life, what causing you to have that limited belief. Again, when you work with subconscious mind and you are in through a so-called light meditated stage, we're taking that moment, that we can call it a negative experience, a negative emotion, and we change it again with something joyful, something meaningful, something what's making that person happy. And when we're bringing the person back to the conscious state, then the person will feel lighter, will feel much happier, because something has changed, something was switched, if that makes sense. I love to do it. It's amazing work.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Basically, you help people subconsciously remove those limiting beliefs, help them revisit the memories, but not relive it, and replace those like bad emotions or bad feelings with the positive emotions.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And for high achievers who have goals and want to achieve specific goals, but they are still having these limiting beliefs of not being worthy and not being good enough, How do you help them reprogram their mind? Exactly.
Very good question. Very good question. It's the same process. First, you have to want and you have to be ready to have this change. Not everybody is ready for it. They say like, oh, I'm ready, and they come and they, do a session with you. But the decision, it wasn't pure within movement, and then it's not working. You really have to make up your mind and wanting to have this change. Some people have to go through so many struggles, so many obstacles, so many frustrations, so many loss, financial, physical, emotional loss, till they decide, okay, I'm gonna give in and drop on my knees, figure of speech, and I'm ready for the change. It's no quick one day snap of a finger technique. You really have to work on it. Like I said, you come to the session, you have to go through the progress, you have to allow yourself to be ready for the change. And after that, continuously, repeatedly doing so every day.
Yeah, you said something very important, and I'm a firm believer that we cannot change people's lives in just one session. We can help them become pain-free, but the real lasting change takes time because you need to help people overcome themselves, their own limiting beliefs, their own habits, because the habits they're having right now, they brought them in the situation they're currently in. And you have to help them really reprogram their mind and have a new habits to have a lasting change. And that's why I'm not really huge advocate for selling just like one-off sessions,
It's
because it doesn't really change client
yes,
life. Because the real change is the process. It
it's the
takes time.
process. Yes, yes. I wanna highlight one very important thing. Like, um, I'm pretty sure everyone and your viewers understand this, and they actually know what is about. What am I going to talk about? From your childhood to the age of 7, everything what you're learning or habitual things what you actually gather till that age, it is not yours. It is not your beliefs. It is not your likings. It is not your personality. It is, you bring on the traditions of your parents, your traditions of your grandparents, the religion, the knowledge. It is not yours. And you have to realize, and it is a process to really find out what is your unique self. You have to go on a discovery journey, and you really like that type of food, you really like that type of music, or all of that what you inherited from your parents, your culture. It is it is a journey of this self discovery, I would say. Very interesting. It's a very interesting journey.
I think you said something very, very important. Like, we come to this world learning things about ourselves and our lives that are not true. And we spend the rest of the life remembering who we are.
Yeah.
And it really takes time, especially as a child. We believe in everything what our parents say. We believe in everything what our teachers say. We believe in everything around us. And we have thousands of antennas walking through life and picking up on things that are not even ours. And not even our thoughts, not even our emotions, not even anything, doesn't have anything with us. But
Yeah.
we just came here. We were born in that situation, and that's it. And we spend the rest of our lives remembering who we are.
Yes, I had a very funny conversation with my daughter. She's a teenager. She's gonna be 18. And we had a very deep conversation, and she reminded me exactly the same words. Mom, this is your belief. This is what you think it is. And I'm like, oh my God, newsflash. She's using my teaching. So, you know, it is for, how would I say, like mothers out there, you know how we are with parenting, especially teenagers or, toddlers or anything. You have to remember allowing them to be and to discover their own self. And while you're doing that, it is a journey for you as well to discover who is your child. And she gave me a good remembering. As like, Mom, no, 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 this is not mine. This is yours. So you have to allow me to be me and allow me to discover myself. So that was cool.
I think your daughter is so blessed to have you as a mom and that you know all these things to help her throughout her life. And that's really the power of change. And when we heal ourselves, we heal also people around us, and especially our kids. And I'm so passionate about this work because, sometimes one person can change the whole village.
Yes.
And really, it starts with you choosing differently and passing on knowledge on your kids. And it's beautiful to witness the ripple effect we could have on society if we change. And that's why I love this mission about healing millions, because we all together bring healing and peace to the world. And throughout your Open Hands Institute and the Open Minds to Open Hands podcast, you're clearly on a mission to create the change.
Yes.
What does creating the change personally mean to you? And how can our listeners start activating their own inner transformation today?
Very good question, Nina. Thank you. How I see the change and how I can create the transformation. First of all, change for me throughout the movement and throughout the work what I do is to help people, first of all, to realize it is a possibility. Anything is possible. The only person who is standing, it is standing or blocking your success, your change, your stepping into the next level. It is you and your limited beliefs. For me, it is giving hope. Really, I'm not just, talking the talk. I am walking the walk. I've been there. I know how it is to lose everything. I know how it is to give up everything. I know um, how process. And I know there is hope. I know if you say yes to you, to your life, to your freedom, to your happiness, you open up unconditional, supernatural energy, universe, divine connection. And that is flowing through your life every day, 24/7. That is, if you step into that connection and if you're allowing yourself to fly and flow, anything is possible. And you can make that change. So throughout the work, throughout the podcast, throughout the mission, I am too changing lives. And I agree with you. The movement, what you do, Nina, it is a collective. We have to come together and join our forces to really reach that a million.
Yeah, thank you so much for the beautiful words. When I think about the change, and you said something really important for everybody who is listening or watching this, it really is possible for everybody. It starts with a choice. It's not an easy path, but it's possible. And you organized an amazing summit, in a transformational summit in October. Tell us more about that and why you believe this summit is going to create amazing change in the world.
Thank you. Thank you for asking about the October event, the 3-day Inner Transformational Summit. Oh gosh. We're going back, first of all, to the roots. Like I said, every single thing and every single change, it is a journey, a traveling discovery to go back to the roots. So we're going back to my hometown, to Nagyvárad. It's called the big city, Oradea, Romania. And we're gathering 12 amazing coaches, mentors, speakers, healers. They are global, international, from all over the world: Australia, Canada, USA, Europe, UK, Scotland, coming together in one roof to teach the participants how they can achieve that inner transformation. It is an experience of breakthrough, personal breakthrough, financial breakthrough, mindset breakthrough, and designed to elevate your mind, body, and soul. And this will take place at the four-star luxurious hotel resort in the middle of a forest. And the event is going to be for 3 days, continuously working on you to become a better person, a better version of yourself. We're going to have a holistic approach. We're going to have personal growth. We're going to focus on, many aspects to really have that healing, to really have that change in your life.
I love that. And I feel honored to be one of speakers, and I'm so excited to meet all speakers there because they are going to be amazing. I have known some of them for years now, but when you see people in person, when you interact with people in person, there's magic that is going to happen there. And I know it's a special place, special occasion, and everything is designed to bring change and help you find the peace, help you find the joy, and help you find the purpose you're searching for.
Yes.
I love that.
It's going to be epic. If you bring, like you said, when you bring all of these beautiful, powerful teachers, mentors, coaches into one room and you actually connected, not just yours, but everyone's energy, and you bring it in and you work to bring a change for everybody who will be attending there. And we were teaching techniques. We will have meditation. For action takers, we have a gift. If you are, I think it's the first 25 people who will sign up, they will get a personal package to go visit a beautiful cave in the Apushin Mountains. And we're going to have a very, very powerful meditation in the nature, in the beautiful Apushin Mountains, with teachers who are really working on breaking those limited beliefs. I'm going to be one of them as well. We're going to have drums and music. It's going to be uplifting ceremony, but it's only for the first 25 people who will sign up. They will have access to this wonderful package. And we're teaching these techniques to take the teachings with you, to implement it in your community, into your personal or business life. And I can assure you that the change is gonna hit you hard.
When I look at all speakers who are going to be there, I'm sure you will never be the same when you come back because the power of healing, power of community is amazing. And when we all come together to work on specific issue, there's a huge ripple effect in society.
Yes, yes.
And go ahead, please.
I have a gift for your viewers today. I brought
Amazing.
my workbook, and everybody who is gonna tap into the comment free ebook, they will receive my 21-day inner transformational electronic version of it for you and for your viewers as a gift from me to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Yes,
for the beautiful gift. And we are so excited for our viewers to see it, to use it. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I know you have one more surprise for our audience. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for asking, Nina. Every Monday, we are gathering together at 7 p.m. UK time in a private Zoom where we're supporting and uplifting each other. This is women only, where we have this community. And shout out to Sanat and the Diamond Beauties community. She's the visionary and she created this space. And I am the facilitator every Monday, 7 p.m. UK time, to really help you with alongside my amazing queens and divas to uplift you, to help you, to celebrate you, to cry with you, to share that special space, that safe place where you can come and you can be with us. I think it's a wonderful place. We need, we women, we need that, cup of tea. We need that interaction. We need that conversation. So come on and join us. Thank you so much.
I would definitely recommend Sip and Soar Tea Party on Mondays because it's really beautiful. The energy you will feel there is going to be amazing. Sometimes it's just enough to be present and just to listen. You don't have to share anything if you don't want. But if you want, I promise it's going to be a life-changing experience when you come together with women that have the same goal as you do, want to have the same thing as you do. And sometimes you just talk about like everyday life. It
Yes.
doesn't have to be very something profound. It can be just everyday life that we share together and help each other uplift and be motivated and stay on the track.
It's
Yeah.
free. It's
It's
free.
free, community. Just come and join us. Eve has an amazing tea party every Monday at 7 p.m. UK time. I would love to go back to you and to your journey. What is one belief you had to let go of to become the woman you are today?
Oh, thank you for asking that. I was waiting for this question. I had to really, get to my senses. This is gonna be very deep. Um, I had to realize I cannot do it alone. I had to realize without God, without God intervening and allowing God, the divine, the universe, everybody's calling it as they want. You cannot do this journey, the journey of life here on earth. It is for you to discover and to tap in to that energy, to that source love, source God, to give you the strength every day in your life to overcome the obstacles, the challenges, what you're facing. Because life is a journey and you have to find the perfect path. You have to find your destined job here on earth. What is that? What you have to do? It's not easy. And many people, you will walk on the high street today and you will ask them, what's your life purpose? They wouldn't understand what are you talking about. It's again a self-discovery. And without God, I probably be lost in a system, in a matrix.
Thank you so much for sharing that. You know, we always believe we are so lonely in this world and we have to do everything by ourselves. And there's so much support on the other side. And we are never meant to walk this path alone. We were never meant to carry this legacy alone. There's a huge support for us. We just need to ask.
Yes.
And with that said, I would really want to know what is your favorite mantra or affirmation right now that helps you stay grounded and helps you stay focused and believe in your vision.
Thank you for asking. I will always say what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. Allow the pain, allow the feeling. It is okay to feel and to experience it. Don't stay too long there. Switch it and, think of something joyful, something what makes you happy. But you have to feel the pain. You have to allow it to go through. You have to experience it. But after that, when you come out of the tunnel, the light is waiting for you.
Beautiful, beautiful. And if you could go back and tell your younger self one thing, what would that be?
Very well. Actually, I have a personal experience when I was studying to become a hypnotherapist, a clinical hypnotherapist. We had to practice on each other, and one of the practice was the timeline therapy. And actually, the future self of me visited the person I was, I think, 4 years ago, and I hear that voice till this day, every day. You got this. I got you. Trust and believe in yourself. You capable of doing anything you desire.
Beautiful. I think that's a beautiful message. So many people don't believe in themselves. So many people don't believe they have a special gifts because they are so close to them. They are using them every single day and it's not something special for them. And very often they don't even know what they want. They try to do it, but they feel stuck. The truth is you're never stuck. You're just growing, you're learning, you're evolving, and there's always way out. And you can always choose differently. Every single day, you have a choice to start your life differently.
Exactly.
And coming back to that question, I really want to know, what is one daily habit or practice that keeps you grounded and aligned with your vision?
Thank you. It's a personal question, but I will share. I will share with your viewers, Nina. This is a very special podcast, and I want to give all of the tools with, which is gonna really help your viewers. What I do every morning first is to take a glass of water. First, before I even get up of bed, I take a couple of minutes, really, move around a little bit. Then I get some water and I start to pray. After praying, I go to a deep meditate state. Usually I wake up every day around 5 to 5:30 every morning. And then I start my day to the gym. Usually mornings I do aqua aerobics, or you can do any type of movement, walk 10, 15 minutes, and you come back, you spend the time exercise or out in the nature, and then I read my favorite book, or anything what actually really would ignite that power, motivational speeches, or any book which is your favorite to really start the brain working. And then I really start my day. And I became a wife, a mom for the morning routines, and switch back to the businesswoman I am, to able to take care of the daily um appointments. After that, you have to find every single day. You cannot miss a day. Oh, before I will leave the house, I will do my mirror work. And the mirror work is to talk to myself and to tell myself how beautiful I am, how much I love myself, and and I can do this. And then I'm just gonna tell myself, okay, you go get make that money for me.
Mhm. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really want to know, what inspires you to do this work? What is one thing that moves you and touches you deeply with this work?
The feedbacks and the reviews what I get from the clients, to really understand if you have a session with someone, how deeply you can really change that person's life to become a better version of themselves, to become a better person, to become a better mother, a better wife, a better business model, a better worker. It is mind blowing what is the feedback and the feelings other will have. And that gives me hope, and that gives me the assurance I am doing something different. I'm changing lives one by one.
Thank you so much for your inspiring words. Thank you so much for being on my podcast. Thank you so much for everything what you do, and for the inspiring change and being the change in the world. And everybody else who is listening or watching, be brave, shine your light, because the world needs that love and light inside of you more than ever. I'm sending you lots of love and big hug. Bye for now.
Bye bye.